The Carolina Panthers' final injury report ahead of their matchup with the Dallas Cowboys did not include one of the most anticipated names on the roster, as J.C. Horn was ruled out for Sunday's game. But aside from Horn, linebacker Marquise Haynes was the only other player listed as limited in practice on Friday. And Brian Burns, who has been a full participant in practice all this week, will also be available for this week's game. But head coach Frank Reich reiterated that making sure all players are ready to return from concussions was something that he takes very seriously.
I always think with the concussion, you can't generalize it, right? It's got to be case by case, player by player. Everybody's timeline is different, and you err on the side of caution when it comes to this stuff. That's always been the way we have been, will always be that way. Always want to err on the side of caution. So as the player is progressing through the protocol, we're not looking to, nor could we ever, look to push some, hey, let's try. You can't do that. First of all, the protocol's too tight, but wouldn't even think about doing it. Just feel like the right thing to do is take it case by case, let these guys, give them the time they need to recover and move forward when they're ready.
With regard to Bryce Young appearing on this week's injury report, Reich said that the team was mainly being cautious and it was just general soreness from the previous game. Young is set to face one of the top pass rushing defenses this week against the Cowboys, something that Frank Reich says the team has worked to improve all this week.
I think as an offensive line and in general, right, we're coming into a week where they have a great front, great pass rushers. So it's a great challenge, great opportunity for our guys to kind of play 5 as 1. Obviously, the protection thing is more than just the O-line, but it starts there. Just continuing to work on our fundamentals and technique. Again, it's always going to be consistency in playmaking. And when we say playmaking, a lot of times you think playmakers are just skill players. But really, we look at playmakers as O-line and D-line as well. So, handling a defensive line stunt, there's an element of playmaking to that. Getting a backside cutoff block, that's hard to get. There's an element of playmaking in that.
But one remaining concern for Sunday's matchup is the number of Cowboys fans that may be in attendance. But Reich has planned for that as well.
I think everybody knows how well Dallas travels. We have a great city that other fans like to come to. So, we're prepared. We practice silent count this week, if we have to use it. So we're prepared either way.
The Panthers host the Cowboys this Sunday at 1 p.m. at Bank of America Stadium. That's your Carolina Pro Football Report on ADSN1.com and 7:30 The Game. I'm Kevin Tolbert.